This is Moir. I work for Brad Whitford of Aerosmith, and I'd like to show you the TC pedals that are in this pedal board. What we're doing here is the flashback, which is a wide variety of great echoes. This is a short echo, and then we need one for a long echo also in the show, so that he can have sometimes two that cascade together. What he does with the short, he likes the tape sound, but he's also really, he remembers the 2290. It was such an important effect, and probably still is in a lot of studios that have vintage gear, but the 2290 was that amazing studio effect, and the same algorithm is in this pedal for such a great price too. This pedal can do so many things. We're working on the tone print, the Brad Whitford tone prints as well, for this echo situation. These two are really the mainstay on this board, as well as the number one board. Right now we're doing an experiment with some new amps and just limiting the effects to the bare minimum, and as you can see, so much TC stuff is here because you can't do without. This Vortex Flanger, he uses it for the ballad type arpeggiations, and I always look up sometimes, at least a couple times a night, going, that flanger is sounding so thick, and because the board is so small right now with so little pedals on it, it just covers so much ground with in terms of his flanging. And the way he plays it, it's the player plus the pedal. But I'm really glad to have the Vortex here. And then the chorus, he uses that in the same way I just described, which is using it for some of those ballads where, like What It Takes, this is a really good chorus. And so we'll probably have tone prints for all of these. We're just kind of in the process now. And then there's a Mojo hand gain, but we're also experimenting with the Mojo and the Dark Matter, because why not keep it a full house, TC all across the board. Coming simply back here to the amps, we have a Framtone switcher to create a true bypass sort of isolated signal for these three amps, and they all come off this one pedal board. So I also want to show you my workbox. Here's a Strat, and we got a lot of different tuners here. Peterson and a backup. There's also the one that everyone has on their pedal board over here. But this one is such a confidence builder because I'll be tuning the guitar a few times throughout the day, and then this particular guitar, say, I'm ready to hand it off for the next song. Right at the ending, like the last 4 bars, I can take a harmonica on all 6 strings, and I'll see that I'm definitely in the ballpark. There's nothing sharper or flat, and then I take the cable out and I'm ready. That saves so much time, and it just gives a air of security. The fact that you can have all 6 strings giving their the read, like, is really amazing, this technology, and it's a nice stroke tuner too, So in the Experience Hendrix gig, when Brad Whitford's using 2 different tunings, I'll easily just come in here and go to E flat, and then now I have my calibrations for E flat to be so I can read all 6 strings in E flat, and then I'll bounce it right back. Sometimes it's one song and it'll flip from A440 to half step down. Anyway, this is a great tuner. I even have a spare, just in case. These are the Dark Matter and the Mojo that we're still working on research and development to try to get something like a Klon sound in there. So thank you, and keep playing guitar.